All right, back with another UFO sighting um, from Australia. It happened a couple days prior to the Westall UFO sighting, the infamous sighting from 1966, April 6th, in Australia. So this is 1966. It's called the Balwyn UFO sighting. Um, just 4 days before the Westall incident, there was another sighting not too far away in the skies of Balwyn, and a photo exists of the unidentified flying object in question. The photo above was snapped. I'll put the photo in the thumbnail, but I mean, it's easy to find. It's the Balwyn UFO photo. It was snapped by a Melbourne businessman named James Kibble from the back gardens of his parents' house. He was there overseeing some renovations for them while they were on holiday. Let's see. And had gone into the garden to finish off the film in his old Polaroid camera when, as he explained in an interview soon afterwards with physicist and UFO researcher James McDonald, I noticed a terrific flash on the garden as if similar to the flash produced by a mirror in a heliograph type flash on the ground. It enveloped half the garden and gave me a fright. So he was overseeing some renovations at his parents' house, and he had gone into the garden to finish off the film in his Polaroid camera. Okay, as the photo shows, the object appeared to be of polished metal. It seemed to float down towards me, Kibble described in another interview with Peter Norris for specialist publication Flying Saucer Review. It resembled a big mushroom with the stalk pointing towards Earth. Jesus. Then it spun through a 190-degree angle on its vertical axis to take up the position in which I photographed it. It then turned slowly through another 180 degrees on its horizontal axis to bring the stock part facing me. From an almost stationary position, it shot off northerly at terrific speed, accelerating to what seemed to be hundreds of miles an hour in seconds. Wow. What was this thing? Once the object shot out of sight, Kibble dashed around to the other side of the house, hoping that the carpenter who was there working on the renovation might have witnessed it too. Unfortunately, he'd been hard at work and missed the whole spectacle. However, he did see the Polaroid photo emerging from the camera, and later vouched that Kibble hadn't doctored it in any way. Okay. Although the mysterious craft had been totally silent while Kibble was watching it, both men heard a great boom, like a plane breaking the sound barrier, as they waited for the photo to process. Oh. Unlike the Westall incident, where 200 people witnessed the flying saucer and corroborated each other's accounts, nobody else came forward about the Balwyn UFO. Apparently, Kibble did the rounds of the neighbors, but to no avail. Somehow they all missed it. Reflective mirror-like flashes and all. In his interview with McDonald, Kibble shares his theory as to how and why this might be so. Well, it's quite an exclusive residential area that's mainly populated by older people. It's not really unusual for people not to see these things, I'd say, but the other thing is too that there could have been others that saw it, um, but just wouldn't say anything about it. I think this is a good possibility. I'd feel quite certain someone else must have seen it, but whether they said anything about it is another thing. Okay. Um, Man, I don't know. This is a really. James Kibble was a member of the Victorian Flying Saucer Research Society, too. This was not the first time he'd seen a UFO. Oh, okay. Um, Mr. Kibble's interviews all seem extremely consistent, considered, and matter of fact. Um, so it's definitely an interesting photo, and the story is really interesting too. So yeah, let me know what you think about this. The Balwyn UFO from Australia, Balwyn, Australia, and we'll be coming out with more UFO content soon. Yeah, let me know what you think of this. I definitely think it's interesting. I don't know whether it's a hoax or it could very well be legitimate too. Could very well be a like just a legitimate UFO. Um, I find it interesting that it took place just a few days before the infamous, Westall school UFO sightings, like that whole incident. That's pretty interesting. I don't know if they're related or not. Let me know what you think, though. Definitely. And I will be back with more UFO content soon.